Hi everyone, it's Rhonda here with the Salem, Ohio Public Library. I'm just dropping another little tech video here for you, and today we're going to discuss side jobs and creating a budget. However, I'm not going to be able to do the creating a budget part today. That will be for next week's series. So make sure that you tune into that. You can do that by following the Salem, Ohio Public Library on Facebook, Instagram, or by checking out our YouTube channel. Okay, so to start today, I want to share with you how you can beware of scams disguised as jobs and how you can use that as a caution. So when you are applying for some of these jobs that seem just a little too good to be true, how can you make sure that these are really legitimate jobs? The first thing you want to do is utilize Google. Always research the job that you want to apply for. Look at reviews left by other people and make sure that the business is accredited and verified by others. You can even go on the website's page and look at careers or employment to see if it's listed. Next, you want to screen your potential clients. If you're approached by an individual instead of a company to do freelance work, get to know them before you agree to do any of that work. Ask lots of questions and look at their social media accounts and press them for a meeting via Zoom. Most scammers will avoid meeting you and won't answer specific questions. Keep work on freelance job sites where it belongs. A common scam on a freelancer job site involves deception. Let's take a second and think about the car wrapping job. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it, but a lot of companies used to promote marketing for their business or brand by asking people to put decals on their cars. And although there are a very few that are actually real paying jobs, a lot of them are typically scams. The way that it worked out was that you would get a new boss or a potential employer, and they would issue you a cashier's check. You would then go ahead and cash that check, and everything would seem to be okay until the bank would realize that it's actually a counterfeit check, and then you would be on the hook for getting that fixed. Watch out for too good to be true job postings. Any job that offers extremely good pay rates for an easy job that requires no special skills is likely a scam. Watch out from work from home jobs. Be very wary of applying for jobs like warehouse redistributing coordinator that involve reshipping, which is often stolen packages. Scammers impersonate well known retailers like Amazon and Walmart and post the jobs on major employment platforms. Never pay to work. Make sure that if you are being asked to provide a fee before you start, that you are double checking that this is a real legitimate job. Almost all jobs will not ever ask you to pay a fee up front unless there is some sort of contract involved. And in that case, you really want to make sure that you're reading the fine print and making sure that that company is real. A legitimate company won't pay you anything before you've done any work as well. So make sure that you keep that in mind if they suggest that they can give you a sign on bonus, especially for these remote work from home jobs. Guard your personal information. Be cautious of any job that asks you to share personal information right off the bat. If a company insists they need a copy of your driver's license or bank account information, be sure you're dealing with a legitimate business before you hand over that sensitive information. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into freelance writing jobs for our first option. This is a really good side gig that you can use and you can do it within your own time frame. So I'm not going to go over every single one of these right now. If you want to pause the video, feel free to do so. But I do want to show you some of the pros and cons real quick to doing some of this freelance work. So the pros, of course, you can work as much or as little as you want. You get paid quickly, and you can choose what projects to work on. But some of the cons are that there are a few of these jobs that may require you to apply using like maybe 10 cents or 15 cents. The reason for this is because there was always an oversaturation of applicants, and a lot of times they weren't always qualified. So, by providing this small incentive here, it really makes people second guess whether or not they want to apply for a job if they aren't 100% sure that they're qualified. You can also, it could also take a while to make good money because you need to build your reputation. These freelance job employers, they want to make sure that you have credibility before they accept you as the person to do their job. And then also, some jobs seem small but turn out big, and the pay sometimes isn't worth it. So I do want to take a second and show you how Upwork works. I want you to see what it looks like. And you really just go to upwork.com and you can log in here. I use my Google account because it's a much faster way to get signed up. But once you're actually into the website, you will see that you have to create a profile, and then your job listings are going to be right down here. Now, again, feel free to pause the video as I'm not going to really go through these postings, but I wanted to give you an example so you could kind of see what types of jobs are possibly available on here. And over to your right, you see this small menu here, and you see this thing called Connects, 50 available connects. So when you apply for a job, you have to do a small proposal, just a few sentences about why you're qualified and why you want this particular task. And in doing that, you spend these connects. This was to help with that oversaturation problem, to kind of make people have to choose between the ones they're qualified for and just applying for anything they see. And this is also the same on some of the other websites where you might have to pay 10 cents or 15 cents to apply for the job. And if you get the job, it's actually refunded back to you. So I highly suggest that everybody, if you're interested in this, just go to upwork.com and see what it has to offer and see if it works best for you. Okay, I hope to see you next week, and I hope that you learned a little bit about some freelance writing jobs, and I hope you all have an excellent day. Thank you.